What's up guys, it's Adrian. Welcome back to my channel. Today I want to actually talk to you guys about my strategy moving into 2025. I've been doing a lot of testing with Spotify on both my personal music as well as on my label. So I want to share with you guys my findings, and it might not be what you expected, but I can guarantee you if you follow this strategy, you will see a lot of great results. First off, I am gonna go over 9 tips that will help you grow faster on Spotify. So tip number 1 is you need to build a catalog. I can't tell you how many artists only put out a few songs a year. Now I know there's a myth or big conception about putting out songs super frequently, as in, hey, I don't want to annoy my listeners, but I can tell you that's all BS. There's pretty much 2 ways you can decide to go about this. You can either be the kind of person who focus on being perfect and making high quality music, or you can be the person who puts out a lot of music frequently, and honestly they're both correct. Like, you can use either method and grow just as good. Now there's also the option to do both. Put out high quality music at a more frequent pace. Now that is what I call building a catalog. Now in the beginning, you may not be able to produce high quality music right in the beginning. So what I always suggest, and what has been working for me now that I'm always producing high quality music, is to put out a lot of music. I'm almost at like 150 plus songs that I put out, and you can hear my progression and my growth. So what I always encourage is to put out music as frequently as possible. That could be weekly or bi-weekly, and that is not for what you think. The reason you want to do that is because your skill will improve every single song that you put out. So the more songs you make, the better you get at making quality music. So yes, I encourage you to release more frequently for the skill. Yes, releasing frequently also helps your fan not get bored of you, and also helps with the algorithm. But the main thing is your skill will improve the more you do it. Now, just some tips about releasing music. If you're a new artist and no one knows you, the fastest way to grow is to create music of popular songs. So songs that are currently trending. For example, go to Beatport Top 100 or go to Billboard Top 100 to see what songs are the best in your genre and make something similar. Now, I know there's a lot of people out there that says that's not authentic, whatever. I'm telling you that it works. You make stuff that is popular right now in the industry, and it will help you grow a lot faster. Now, what you can also do is, instead of being original in the beginning, you copy and create music similar to what's working in the industry, and then later on you can become original. Once you build your fan base and your audience, then you can go original. But in the beginning, if you're a new artist, I highly recommend either copying or making music similar to what's doing really, really well in the industry right now. Now, a big thing is you want to be consistent. Consistency, if you're not consistent, you're just not gonna make it. So you have to be consistent with releasing music. So, or with whatever strategy you decide, you need to be consistent. Consistency is the name of success. So if you want to be successful in music and make money from music, make a living from music, be consistent. Now, if you're the kind of person who don't want to release super frequently, you can also make an album and release a song every single month or every other week as a single, and then at the end you bundle it all up together and release it as an album. So you have a 12-song album, you release one every single month, and then you see which one of the songs perform the best. Based on the songs that perform the best, you rank it in that order. So number 1 had the most listeners perform the best. Number 2 had the second most listeners perform the second best, and so forth. So this is called the waterfall strategy. It's basically taking all the songs in your album and releasing it one by one just to get as much data as possible and start building a fan and hyping up the rest of the music in your album. And then you put it all together in the end and release it. Now this brings me to point 2. Your music is a form of content. The more content you have, the more opportunity it is to get discovered. And the more opportunity it is for you to get the algorithm to push your music even further. So basically, make a crap ton of content. Now, what I highly recommend is to use TikTok Reels. Now, TikTok Reels alone can drive you hundreds of thousands of monthly listeners. Basically, here is a strategy that I would recommend, which probably is not something you've heard often, but literally I do this for e-commerce, for music, for everything, and seeing extreme growth in literally everything. This is what all the best advertisers and marketers are doing. It's just for some reason musicians aren't doing it either. Now, what you can do is take one of your songs, take a 30-second clip or less, and make 20 plus different types of Instagram Reels or TikTok videos for that content. So you have your 30-second clip and you have 20 different variations of content using that same exact clip. Now, you're probably thinking, but why would I want to paste the same song or post the same song so many times? And you want to do that for the algorithm. With TikTok, you want to post at least 3 to 5 times a day. So you want to have that song being posted in many different scenes, many different environments, using many different types of prompts. Now, this will give you a way higher chance of getting one of your videos to get viral or go viral, because now you're giving the video or your songs 20 opportunities to go viral versus one opportunity to go viral if you just post it once. Some tips: change clothes, change locations, change props. And by props, I mean accessories or tools or equipment you're using in the scene. So a plant could be a prop that I use in one scene. A tiny basketball could be another prop. Maybe in another scene, I have a massive or huge basketball. The same song, many different ways. So another part of content is using collaborations or doing remixes. Now, I haven't released my own production in quite a while. I've been doing a lot of collaborations and a lot of remixes, because when it comes to Spotify and all these other streaming platforms, both artists or all artists get the stream counted as a monthly listener. So instead of trying to grow on your own and getting all the streams on your own, you can now double it. And now you have 2 people pushing the song or more people pushing the song. You're getting either the streams from their listeners or you're getting the stream from your own listeners. So doing collaborations and doing remixes is a great way to increase your numbers on Spotify, and it works like a charm. If this is your first time on my channel, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and drop me a comment, because every single engagement, subscription, like, comment will allow this video to be shown to a lot more people. And I'm trying to help as many artists as possible grow, because it's just what I love to do. So go and smash that subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up, and tell me how much you love my videos in my comments. You can also even use other people in your content. So for example, whatever artist you're collaborating with, if you guys both go to the same studio or both go to the same location and create content together, people love seeing when there's multiple people or multiple personalities in content. It just adds another level of engagement. So if you're showing or creating music, I highly recommend creating content with both of you present, or figure out some way to get both of you involved in the content creation process. Now, my next tip is create a release schedule. Honestly, if you do not have a release schedule and you're trying to release so often, you're just gonna burn out and get lost. So I highly recommend creating a release schedule, and this basically consists of getting a calendar and marking an X on all the days of the month that you want to release a song. So if you release weekly or bi-weekly, you put an X on the Friday of that week. So every Friday will have an X on it, which means that every Friday I must release a song, or every other week I must release a song. Now, this subconsciously gives you deadlines. Now you know when stuff needs to be done in order to hit your target or hit your goal. So this is a great strategy for staying focused and holding yourself accountable. Now this brings me to my next tip. Set goals. Goals is basically what will keep you focused. Now, if you wanted to release 24 tracks a year, that means every 6 months you need to release 12 tracks, which then means that every 3 months you need to release 6 tracks, which then means that every month you need to release 2 tracks. So by the end of 30 days, you need to have 2 tracks done if your goals are 24 tracks a year. Now, if your goals are 36, then you need to break it down like that. It's something easily digestible so you know how to keep yourself accountable. Now, once you know how many tracks you want to release a month, then you go to the release calendar and schedule those releases in. Again, it all starts with goal setting, because you need to know where you want to go so you can stay focused and stay ambitious and keep moving towards your goal. Now, my next tip is start a record label. Now, you can use DistroKid as your distributor, but the problem I found with DistroKid is when it comes to Beatport, which is my primary place to go buy music, it shows up as DistroKid as the label. Now, I had to start my own label so I can have my own label show up on Beatport. So what I recommend, if you want to have full control over how frequently you release music, start your own label, because now this gives you the opportunity to release music as often as you want and keep pushing your songs as often as you want with your own marketing budget. For example, if you were to release on another label and spend a lot of money promoting that song, you don't get any of that money back. But if you start your own label and you put your own money into promoting your song, you pretty much get all that money back minus whatever the distributor takes. And most distributors take about like 15%. So you get 85% of your money back. This is why it's really a game changer, because when you release on other labels, you don't really get your money back. So by releasing on your own label, you have full control. You could sign other artists and make royalties or revenue from their music, and you're building a lot of relationships so you can do more collaborations later. Now, if you do decide to get your own label and want to grow your own label, the goal should be to get as much bigger artists on your label as possible, because then that will bring more attention to your label. Now, just to connect this with the frequency of releases, personally on my own label, which is called Atlantis Records, I release once a week. So at this point, I have demos coming in every single week, and I have way too many demos coming in. So we're able to release weekly. Now, the reason I want to release weekly is for the exact same reason why I explained to you guys earlier. The more content I have out, the more visibility I get, and then the more people knows who I am as well as my label. So this strategy has helped me really scale my label to literally, it's now a top 50 label in the melodic techno genre. So by releasing more frequently, I'm able to grow my label faster. And then once my label is known, I could then reduce the amount of times I'm releasing on the label. For example, in 2025, we're gonna cut down from weekly to bi-weekly to make the label more exclusive, to make more bigger artists interested in joining an exclusive label, as well as we're doing a lot of events. And these events bring in a lot more artists who want to play at our events. So starting a label is a game changer and can help you grow way faster as an artist on Spotify. Now, my next tip is build a team. I won't go into too much details on this. Just know that having a team is super valuable. And if you don't have a team, you can literally hire a virtual assistant for $3, $4, $5 an hour to handle any part of your release schedule that you want. So the site that I use to get virtual assistant is onlinejobs.ph. You can literally just post that you're looking for a virtual assistant to do anything, and then you get hundreds of applications and basically just interview and hire someone. Now, my virtual assistant handles my entire label. She handles my entire music promotion. She handles pretty much everything I need her to handle, where I only am now focused on making music and making YouTube videos while she's handling the promotion of my music, handling the creation of my content. So if you don't have a team or virtual assistant, I highly recommend you to get one. Now, the next tip is paid ads. Of course, if you have a budget, paid ads is the way to go, but paid ads, if you have a budget, can bring you thousands of streams. And if you use paid ads in combination with your Release Radar and Discover Weekly, it increases the chances by like 100 to get into an editorial playlist. What I do personally is I spend money on my releases, and because I know I'll get the money back because it's on my label, and then I boost my songs on Spotify, which then the Release Radar, the Discover Weekly, and the paid ads drive tons of traffic to this song, and now the editorial playlist picks it up, which then drives thousands more listeners to my song. So if you have a budget, using paid ads is a very good strategy. Now, another word on Spotify playlist is you can build your own Spotify playlist. That's what I did. I built my own Spotify playlist. I put every single one of my 100, 150 songs in this playlist, and I ran ads to this playlist. This allowed me to build fans a lot quicker because now they're listening to multiple of my songs versus just one of my songs. So again, if you have the budget, I would recommend creating your own Spotify playlist, put all your songs in there, and then run ads to that playlist so people can hear multiple versions or multiple of your songs. And this, again, if they like one song, they might like another one. If they like two, they might like another one. Then they'll just keep doing that, keep listening to you until now they're engraved in their brains. And then they will remember you. They need to listen to you multiple times in order for them to remember you and then decide to become a fan. Now, if you found value from this video, don't forget to subscribe to this channel, give this video a thumbs up, and drop me a comment. And then I will see you guys in the next video.